Mr. Charley, everybody, is a NICOA board member, and thanks to Mr. Curley, he kindly has agreed to talk to us a little bit, because our next section of the celebration is about the new museum that's being dedicated tomorrow, the National Museum of the American Indian Veterans Memorial. Mr. Charley is a board member and a treasurer for NICOA, and he was in the Marines, and he has agreed to talk with us a little bit about his experiences. And we have a picture of you, Mr. Charley, that you sent us yesterday with you and your buddy during your time in Vietnam.
Okay, thank you. First of all, to all the Marines out there, Semper Fi, today is the Marine Corps' 245th birthday. The reason that my family, we're 4 generations. My father was 20 years in the Marine Corps, got out as a gunnery sergeant. He was World War II in Korea, and then he was the start of all of us becoming Marines. I've got 3 brothers who also were Marines, and a little brother who's in Navy, and a sister who's Air Force. That's 8 of us kids, so that's pretty good. 7 out of 8 children went into the military. We tried to have our sister go into the Marine Corps, but she thought she'd have to get tattoos to be a Marine, which wasn't true. Now, I have 2 sons that are Marines. One just retired from the Marine Corps. He put 20 years in, and we're all, our MOS, we're all 311s, which is infantry. And the reason that we stuck with the Marine Corps is that they have tradition and they have heritage similar to our people, what we have. So we encourage other tribal people to go into the military. It's our country. We have to fight for what is actually ours and stuff. And you can go, we push people to go to the Marine Corps because of what I said. There's tradition and there's heritage. But all military branches would be good for our people, and it's good for our young people to go into the military, because they learn 2 things. They learn discipline, and they also have an opportunity to gain scholarships, for college. And today, like I said, it's the Marine Corps birthday and stuff, but tomorrow is the big one where all veterans are going to be honored and stuff. And that's something that we didn't receive back in 68 and 69, that when we came back from Vietnam, that we weren't given the respect that Afghanistan and our right people are getting today. But that's okay. We're, as Indian people, we're used to that from the public, and it kind of makes us, I think, tougher. So it just comes to being a veteran is a distinction that nobody can take from us as Indian people. And everybody's aware that all tribal people go into the military. It's, like I said, it's our country, and it's something that we'll never have to be ashamed of, and it's something that we need to teach our younger people, that the military is good for our people, and it's good for them, and it's good for the family. That's all I need to say right now. I think all of your veterans who are listening, you probably can understand what I'm trying to say, and that let's hope that your children, your grandchildren will think about going into the military, specifically Marines. That's all I got, Becky.
Thank you, Mr. Charley. Larry, did you want to say anything?
Thank you very much, Mr. Charley, for your comments and for your service. Thank you for your service. There are a lot of Native Americans that are out there who have served in the military and all the different branches. My son served in the Navy during the first Iraqi war. So I'm very proud of him, and I'm proud of all of the people who have served. And so I'm proud to have you on our board, Mr. Charley. And for those of you out there, you have relatives as well who have probably served in the military or serving in the military. And all I can say at this time in our country, let's keep our prayers for them, that they be safe and that they remain well. So those are just my comments, Becky, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks for joining, Mr. Tullis. I subscribed to the magazine for the National Museum of the American Indian, and I was looking through it, and I saw that your tribe was very instrumental in donating money and helping to take part in the creation of the memorial. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'd be glad to. And first and foremost, I want to thank Rebecca and the staff for putting this program together and giving an awful lot of people to participate. And I'm honored to be serving as the vice chairman of the board of directors of NICOA, and so I'm happy to take part in this. As far as the memorial, as all of you know, for an awful effort was made to create the Museum of the American Indians in Washington, D.C., and it honors all American Indians. It's not just the veterans. And so a number of years ago, a group of people made a decision that there ought to be something very, very special for the veterans, the American Indian veterans that had served this country. And so I've had the distinction of serving as the tribal chairman of my tribe for a number of years. And I also had the honor of serving as the president of USET, which is the United South and Eastern Tribes. And both of those groups, but both my tribe and USET, got real interested in trying to join the effort to get to establish a memorial just for the American Indian veterans. A good friend of mine who passed away last year, a Seminole veteran by the name of Stephen Bowers, led the effort from the USET organization. And so a number of the tribes in USET got involved and felt that there definitely had to be something at the museum to honor the American Indian veterans. I'm awful proud of my tribe. My tribe has been very active in not only in national affairs to honor the American Indian veterans, but we have a real active local program. Our local newspaper, our tribal newspaper, carries an article about some veterans every single month. And so we try to do it so those people will realize it's just not the other people that's getting honor, but some of our local Poarch Creek tribal members get honored too. But my tribe has been blessed with very successful casino operations, and when we realized that there was a need for the tribes to step forward when it came to fundraising time for the memorial for the American Indians, my tribes joined a number of other tribes here in the East and stepped forward. My tribe in particular donated $1 million to start the fundraising, and we challenged some other tribes to match our donation, and so it contributed greatly to the effort of the staff at the museum to raise the money to create the memorial. And so personally, and both as a member of the Poarch Creek Indians, I'm proud of what my tribe done. I'm proud of the people who kept the faith and worked diligently to raise enough money to get the museum to move forward with the program of establishing the memorial. And it's there now for people to see, and it'll be something that all of us can be proud of. Certainly, I don't think that there's anyone that served in the armed forces that don't deserve to be recognized, especially for what they done. Not just the fact that they were American Indians, but also the fact that they did volunteer to serve their country. And so it's my pleasure to participate today. I hope that everyone will take the opportunity to visit the museum, partake of that. And I, again, appreciate what my tribe done, but I greatly appreciate what other tribes have done. And I appreciate the staff at the museum who has taken on a long-term goal, and they've seen it to conclusion. And that's something we all should be proud of. And I thank you for allowing me to be a participant in this program today.
We are so grateful, first of all, for your help as a longtime board member for NICOA. We couldn't manage without you, Mr. Tullis, and for the work you've done to help see through that project to completion. Just put in the chat the link for the webpage for the Smithsonian, and you can see there's going to be a live, when they dedicate the memorial tomorrow, there'll be a live stream of that, and there's going to be a beautiful exhibition as well. So please go to that website tomorrow on Veterans Day, and I'm sure you'll find it very interesting. Now, Jennifer, I believe the next thing we're going to do is a slideshow. Oh, video, excuse me.
Ekomumai Ikena Hale. Welcome to this sacred place.
I remember everything happening so quickly. I left for boot camp. I was in training.
Uncle Sam thought I was having too much fun on the beach, and so I was drafted in 1966. I volunteered to go into combat. Within a month, I was on my way to Vietnam.
I was shown to my barracks, and I looked around the room and I thought, this is it. This is my life now.
We have a long history of Native veterans, more per capita than any other race.
My brother was in the Air Force.
4 generations in the United States Marine Corps.
And my son was in the Navy after me.
My grandfather was a Coast Guard officer. I am the first veteran in my family.
I think it's really important to challenge the stereotype of what a Native veteran is.
It was either serve or be a drug dealer.
Wanted to go to college but didn't have the money.
Not everyone had that choice.
Sometimes it feels really romanticized when the costs of war are really high.
I always thought that I could transfer some of my luck to my sons. The day my son was killed, he was carrying this flag in combat. That was hard to accept.
We are the First Nation, and we will defend our land, no matter what.
I feel like I'm just doing what's right or what needs to be done, or maybe what I feel I'm called to do.
The skills of being a good soldier is something you learn. But to be a good warrior, it's something deeper than that. It's about your inner spirit, what things are important to you to the point that you will fight for them.
It's something that I feel pumping through my veins, and it's what I breathe and live every day.
Everyone who signed up for this event was asked to name a veteran that they would like to honor. And I will make my best effort to say the names, and please forgive me if I mispronounce. Adam Thomas, Muskogee Creek Nation, Army. Anthony Begay, Navajo, Marine. Benjamin Charley Jr., Dunlap Band of Mono Indians, honorably discharged from U.S. Marine Corps. Charles Foster, United Kituah Band of Cherokee Indians in Oklahoma, Army. Cheyenne Dog Soldiers, Vance Tamakera, Comanche Navy. Garrison Tamakera, Comanche Air Force. Adopted son, Wayne Phillips, Comanche Navy submariner. Monroe Takamakera, Comanche Marine. Marvin Takamakera, Comanche Army. Earl Wright, Minnesota Chippewa Tribe, Army. Franklin Silas, Athabascan, Army. George R. Holstein, Red Lake, Chippewa, U.S. Air Force. Gilbert M. Anton, Toda Orom. Glendon Wayne Bullock, Alabama Coshutta, Army. Henry David Nena, Tule River, Yalumi, retired U.S. Army. Henry Illick, Quapaw Nation, Army. John Bear, Muskogee Creek, U.S. Marines. John Davis, Army. John F. Johnson, Toda Autumn, Army. Johnson Lee Owl, Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, Army. Larry Black Fox Bowman, Shawnee, United States Army. Larry H. Montoya, Navajo Army. Lawrence A. Begay, Navajo, U.S. Air Force, Korean War. Major Manuel Hernandez, Barona Band of Mission Indians, U.S. Army. Manuel Garcia, Prairie Band Potawatomi, Army. Marshall Presley, Poarch Creek, Army. Benny Presley, Poarch Creek, Army. Michael May, Chickasaw, Army. Miss Connie Ponco, Acoma Pueblo, Army. Navajo Code Talker, Marines. Dad was in Air Force. Pershing Yako, Kiowa Tribe, Military Branch, Marines. Peter Garcia Coahuitacan, Army. Peter Ruiz, Toda Otom Nation, Air Force. Post number 38 of Ponca Tribe of Oklahoma. Reynolds Thomas, Fallon Paiute Shoshone Tribe, Army. Richard Shaw Jr., Minnesota Chippewa Lake Superior Band, FDL, Army. Roger Henry Santee Sioux, Army. Staff Sergeant Wilbur Sapcut, Comanche Nation, United States Air Force. Stephen Williams, White Earth Nation, U.S. Navy. Suquamish, Vietnam War veterans. Vincent Martinson, LCO, Army. Willard E. LeCount, Turtle Mountain, Chippewa, Army, anti-aircraft, World War II. William Maney, Army. Lawrence Cotter, Army. Grant Lewis, Air Force. Charles Raymond, Army Marines. Robert Smith, Marines. Jack Lincoln, Army, deceased. Alabama Coshutta Tribal Veterans. Alex Giannot, Turtle Mountain, Chippewa, U.S. Marines. All Hickory Apache Brothers, World War II. Lacey V. Hill, Navy. Charley V. Hill, Navy. Thomas V. Hill, Army. Philip V. Hill, Army. Alan C. Muget, Anthony Lemaire. Christian McCabe, Navajo, Seneca, Dakota, Army Special Forces, Green Beret. Daryl Grigg, tribal affiliation unknown, U.S. Marine Corps, native mother deceased. My father, a World War II veteran, 98, Luther Davis. Don Head, Gwich'in First Nation Army. Frank Blevins, Cherokee. Gregory Zephyr Sr., Yankton Sioux Air Force. Honor to all who have served. Kurt Keller, Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe Army. Leela Plaster Johnston, Lumi Nation Army. Martin Allen Jim, Prairie Band Potawatomi, U.S. Army. Meade Chickabiddy, Comanche Army. John B. McClung, Comanche Army. John G. McClung, Comanche Army. Myron Potts, Prairie Band Potawatomi, U.S. Navy and Army. Paul Bunnell, Abenaki Army. Richard M. Staples, St. Croix Tribe, Army. Richard Sabori, Gila River Indian Community Marines. John Griffith Kisto, Gila River Indian Community Marines. Sac and Fox Nation Veterans, Sac and Fox All. Savannah Meyer, Cowlitz Navy. Tahinos, the Navajo Code Talkers. Tony Burris, Choctaw, United States Army. Troy Hicks, Fallon Paiute Shoshone Tribe, Air Force. Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska, Hilliard Payer, Army. And let me please go back and read in the chat. My father, Liggett A. Bryant, Jr., my dad, Wayne J. Tonskett, served in the Navy. My brother, Robert Williams, Yakima Nation, U.S. Army. My brother, Harrison L. Villard, Jicarilla Apache Army. Thanks to all those past and present who have served this great country. My cousin, Ronald Avlak, Cowlitz Tribe Army. Martin Stacy, Ho-Chunk Nation Army. Joseph Stacy, Ho-Chunk Nation Army. Darwin DeCamp, Comanche Army, and Kathy DeCamp, Ho-Chunk Nation Army. Jeffrey L. Hale, 82nd Airborne Army. Thank you for all your precious service to all Native Americans. Thank you for your service to all Native veterans. Edwin Wilson Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe Army. Master Sergeant Jimmy K. Lewin Sr., Taos Pueblo Army, Air Force. Willis William Hosilik-Wasi Bad Hand, Rosebud Sioux, U.S. Air Force. Wayne Mintoxin, Oneida Tribe, Air Force. Lillian L. Lujan, Navajo, Women's Army Corps. Okay, I think, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm so sorry. And Lavender Hill Oneida Army was one more.